Happy Saturday. Hope everyone is warm and safe somewhere. We had some really wacky weather here, especially in the Northeast. We've dropped about 35 degrees here today. Started at around 60 and we're just about in the 20s right now. So it's a nice day to be inside and playing some tabletop baseball. Continuing my season playthrough with the New England Minutemen using the History Maker Baseball fictional set. And we are following along with all of the starts for their rookie pitcher, Fernando De La Rosa. So this will be his 6th start of the season. He's 5-0, so he's looking to continue that streak. And for the first time this season, we will be seeing the Littleton Hops. So this is our first chance to take a look at them, and this will be in Littleton, Colorado at Eversport Park. Let's just catch up on our star here, Fernando De La Rosa. He, as I said, he's 5-0 on the season. He's sporting a 3.34 ERA so far, and that was inflated quite a bit on his last start. He had been down on the 2s, but nonetheless, the team pulled out the win, and so he continues his winning streak to start his career tonight as we go up against the Littleton Hops. So just to catch everybody up. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. So the last series was a 2-game series against Seattle. They won both of those, but the last game they did win 11-5, but it was an extra inning affair, and it was the first blown save from Logan MacLeod. Blew the save in the 9th inning. They had to go to extras and finally wore down the Seattle bullpen to win it in 11. And so we head into this series, looking for our 20th win of the season. Right now we are 19-7, and so looking to pick up the 20th win for the team and the 6th win of the season for Fernando De La Rosa. So let's get right down to the game park, or down to the field, and get things going. You are watching New England Minutemen Baseball here on the WAFR network. Thank you to everyone who is tuning in. If you've tuned in before, welcome back. If this is your first time watching, please feel free to leave any comments in the comment room, and I'll try to get to them in between innings. But otherwise, we'll get right down to business here. The opposing pitcher for the Littleton Hops is Dennis Big Game Hunter. He is a 4th-year pitcher, and he is a star and double flash. So we might see a lot of strikeouts today, as both pitchers have the double flash quality, but we'll see how that goes. And we're ready to play ball here from Eversport Park in sunny Littleton, Colorado. The second baseman, Manny Infante, will lead things off. And let's see, he is going to fly out to center field. Oh, and actually, before I do that, well, I already rolled, so I'll let that be the out, but I forgot to roll the pregame charts. So I'm anxious to get right down to the action here. So right now, the team has harmony till further notice, so I don't need to roll for their chemistry. So I'll immediately roll on the sunny chart. And, well, it's going to be a non-issue anyway. So the pitching coach comes in and just says, let's go out there and get them. We have a fully rested bullpen. Actually, there was a travel day between our last game and this one. So, all right. So with that out of the way, we've got 1 out now. Ramon Cruz, the center fielder, will step up. He's our designated hot batter for the day. Let's see. The pitcher does not have control, so that is, oh no, actually, sorry, the last result was in purple, so we're going to be going on the chemistry chart instead of that. All right, so it's a 2-4. It's asking if the batting team does have harmony, and indeed they do. So it will be a single. All right. So Cruz gets a 1-out single, and now that'll bring up Mike St. Clair. He's playing in right field today. He's back in the lineup. He got injured yesterday, but it was just a one-day thing. He didn't have to go on the disabled list. Let's see. And he is going to double into right field, and it's going to be deep enough that Cruz will come all the way around to score, and just like that, the Minutemen take the lead 1-0. All right, now the DH, Rocky Operbeck, will step in. He's in a little bit of a dry spell right now, and he's our designated cold batter for the day. Let's see, 166. And indeed, his dry spell will continue as he's going to strike out, leaving that man stranded at second. For now, let's see if the veteran first baseman Doug Rossello will pick him up. 2 down, runner at second, 1 run already in. See, 2, 3, 3, ace or star. Oh, he is a star, so Rossello will ground out to short to end the inning, but 1 run does come in. 1 run left stranded, and we'll head to the bottom of the first with New England on top, 1-0. Littleton will have their right fielder, Junior Ayala. He's a Gold Glove right fielder, and he's also double active, so he's dangerous if he gets on the base pass. Mario Hernandez is batting second. He's their second baseman. He's an active runner as well. And then batting third is Sean Scalzi, their third baseman, and he's semi-active. So a lot of speed at the top of the lineup. They can do some damage on the base pass. So hopefully we can keep them off the base pass. De La Rosa's first pitch, and we're going to go to an unusual chart, the box and bogeys chart. Let's see, 1-3. And, well, if there was a runner on, he would have been called for a balk, but no runners on, so he just starts to go into his windup and then stops, so we'll go back to the main chart. And 2-2-6 is the batter hit by pitch. He is not, so he will fly out to left field. All right, 1 down, nobody on for Mariano Hernandez. Let's see, that's a hero check. He's a semi-hero, and the dot says no, so he will pop out to second, and we will go to the experience chart. Let's see, so Fernando De La Rosa is a full prospect, and Sean Scalzi is a semi-prospect. I think we'll save our manager card for now, with nobody on and 2 outs. We get a 2-4. Oh, I'm glad we saved it. It's asking if it's an icon batter, which it's not. So Scalzi will ground out to third, or ground out to short, rather. And so 1, 2, 3 go the Hops. And we'll head to the top of the second. And it is 1-0 New England. We've got a couple more people that have joined in. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in on this Saturday. This is New England taking on the Littleton Hops. The first inning had an RBI double from Mike St. Clair, and then Fernando De La Rosa had a 1-2-3 bottom of the first. And we're heading now into the top of the second inning. Let's see, Solomon Horn, he is going to pop out to second base. And we'll go to the experience chart for the next at bat. So Kareem McCarthy, our left fielder, he is an icon, and Dennis Big Game Hunter is neutral for his experience. 2-3, asking if it's a prospect pitcher. It's not, so it'll be just a ground out to second. All right, so that is 2 quick outs, and now the third baseman, Duncan Otto, will step in. Nobody on, 2 outs. Let's see, and he is going to get a single into right field, and then he is going to steal second base. So that'll be a single, and then he will get a stolen base. All right. So runner in scoring position for the shortstop, Kerry Nakamura. See if he can get a big 2-out RBI here. No, he's not. He is going to ground out to second base. And that'll be it for the Minutemen. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Still 1-0 New England. All right, Littleton will send their 4, 5, and 6 batters. Center fielder Bud Law will lead things off. Then Alex Embragno, the first baseman. And then Pedro Gallardo, who is the DH today, will bat in the 6th slot. Let's see, so Bud Law will lead things off, and he's just going to ground out to first, and that'll be a 3 unassisted. 1 down, nobody on for the first baseman, Alex Imbrogno. Let's see, so that's a control check, and it is. So Imbrogno is going to hit a comebacker to the mound. De La Rosa tosses it on to first, and then there's 2 out. Nobody on for Gallardo, the DH. And let's see, that's going to be a fresh check, and Gallardo is going to go down swinging. All right, so 1, 2, 3 goes the Hops again, and we'll head to the 3rd inning already with New England still on top, 1-0. We're back to the top of the order for New England. Manny Infante, he flew out his first at bat. Let's see, and he's going to draw a leadoff walk here in the 3rd. They'll bring up Cruz. Cruz singled and later scored back in the 1st. Let's see, that's an ace check, which Big Game Hunter is not. But the batter is a slugger, so he is going to double into left field. Infante will have to hold at 3rd, but we'll have runners at 2nd and 3rd with nobody out, and Mike St. Clair up. All right, so they'll bring the infield in, try to cut down that run. That's another ace check, and the batter is a slugger. The dot says so, so that's going to be another double, and that's going to score 2 runs. All right, so Mike St. Clair, after his 1 game off for being injured, has come back, and he's got all 3 RBIs so far, and he gets himself in the scoring position. Now for the DH, Oberbeck. Oberbeck struck out his first time up. Let's see, it's asking, is he a struggler? And he's a semi-struggler because 3 batters have reached, so that's going to be a fence check. Oh boy, well, so Oberbeck is a home run king. And we get a 3 on the fence check, and so that is going to be deep, far, and gone. That is going to be a souvenir for somebody in the right field stands. And as Oberbeck trots around the bases, that was his 10th blast of the season. And he just gave his team a 5-0 lead. So 4 runs in, nobody out, and we're going to get some action in the Hops bullpen. Let's see. They do have a long reliever, Monty Gillen, but unfortunately he's a semi-struggler, so that's not going to really help them too much at this point. But here in the 3rd, they probably don't want to burn out their bullpen too soon. All right, so they'll get him up, and Craig Van Gelder will also, so righty and a lefty going for the Hops. So Doug Rossello comes up. He's 0 for 1. Base is empty now, but 4 runs already in. Let's see, that's asking if it's an iron catcher. No, their catcher is neutral. He does not have a good eye, so that's going to be a strikeout. So 1 down, and we're going to go to the right now chart. So the pitcher will be semi-hot, and the batter will be neutral because Horn flew out his last at bat. That's asking if it's a cold batter, and he's not, so he'll just fly out to right field instead of striking out. So 2 down, nobody on for Kareem McCarthy. Ground out his first at bat. 1-4-6, and that's a flash check. So McCarthy will go down swinging, and that will end the inning, but not before 4 runs come in. And so now De La Rosa has been pegged to a 5-0 lead. And he's retired the first 6 batters he's faced. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. The 7, 8, and 9 batters for Littleton will be up. It'll be the shortstop, Mike Vesberg, the left fielder, Rosario Hill, and then the catcher, Roger Vischer. All right, so Vesberg steps in, and that's going to be a flash check. And De La Rosa has double flash, so Vesberg will strike out, and then Rosario Hill will also go down swinging. So 2 quick outs. And now Roger Vischer up, the catcher. Let's see, 336, ace check, no. Satsec utility or patient, no. Oh, well, that's gonna break up the perfect game. A 2-out single here in the bottom of the third, and we will go to the experience chart. And I think this time I am going to use a manager strategy card. So my first one, and I'll use the manager coaching tip, so that De La Rosa will be considered an icon instead of a prospect for this at bat. So it'll be icon versus icon. 4-6, and it asks if it's an icon pitcher. Yes, indeed. So he'll sneak strike 3 past Ayala. All right, so he strikes out 3, but does give up 1 hit, but no runs, and we'll now head to the top of the 4th with New England on top, big, 5-0. You are watching the New England Minutemen Baseball Network here on WAFR. Ken Castro has joined us, and he's asking, is it Littleton, New Hampshire, or Massachusetts? No, it's actually Littleton, Colorado. So right close to the hometown of play designer Keith Avalone. I wanted to have one of my teams out there in my Baseball America League. So thank you, everyone who is joining in. Fan-O-Matic has stopped in. Welcome, Fan-O-Matic. Let's see. It was a close game until the top of the 4th, and then the 1 through 4 batters all got on base, and Rocky Oberbeck slugged his 10th home run of the season, and they are on top now, 5-0. The starter for the Hops will stay in the game for now, but he will be on an extremely short leash as he faces the 8-9-1 batters are scheduled to come up. So Duncan Otto, who singled his first at bat, will lead things off. And he is going to fly out to center field. And we will go to the chemistry chart for the next at bat. So the batting team has harmony. The pitching team is neutral. Let's see. The pitching team does not have harmony, so that's going to be a bloop single for Nakamura. And I think that is going to be all for the big game hunter. So the Littleton manager will make the trip to the mound, and he is going to bring in Craig Van Galder. So it'll be a lefty on lefty matchup. So not a good outing for Dennis Hunter, and they'll turn things over to the bullpen. The veteran reliever Craig Van Galder will come in. He will gain the ace quality, and he also has the flash and control qualities on his card normally. So let's see what happens. 2-3-3 ace. He is an ace for this at bat, so he'll get Manny Infante to ground out to short, and this is going to be a fielder's choice. All right, so Nakamura will be forced at second, and so now we'll have 2 down and still runner at first for Ramon Cruz. He is 2 for 2 with a single and a double. All right, and this is another ace or star check, and he's past the first batter, so he is not. The batter is not a sad sack, so it's going to be a single into left field. So it'll be the 3rd hit of the day for Cruz, and Infante will make it around 3rd, and you'll hold up there. So now we'll have runners at the corners with 2 out for Mike St. Clair. He is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. So here we go, 2 on, 2 out. Here in the top of the 4th, and St. Clair is going to take a big hack and go down swinging. So those 2 runners will get stranded, and we'll head to the bottom of the 4th. New England still on top, big, 5-0. All right, Fernando Mania continues. He's just given up 1 hit through 3 innings so far. He'll face the 2, 3, and 4 batters. Mariano Hernandez lead things off for the Hops. Let's see, 4, 5, 6. Is he patient? No. So he's going to fly out to center field. And we will go to the chemistry chart for the next at bat. Sean Scalzi, the 3rd baseman, steps in. Scalzi grounded out his first at bat. Let's see, this pitching team is not dissonant, so that's going to be a strikeout. And we will go to the right now chart So the pitcher will be semi-hot against a neutral batter. 1-6, hot pitcher, absolutely. Fool's batter into swinging an outside pitch. Easy ground out to short. So Law will ground out to short. 6-3 and 1-2-3. Go the Hops here in the bottom of the fourth. Fernando De La Rosa is cruising. And so are the Minutemen as we head to the top of the fifth. It is 5-0 New England. Thank you everybody who's tuning in today on this Saturday afternoon. You're watching, it's game 27 of the season already for New England. They're going for their 20th win. And Fernando De La Rosa is going for his 6th win. They are up big right now, 5-0 as we head into the fifth. The second pitcher of the day for Littleton, Craig Van Gelder, he'll stay in. So we'll have a lefty-on-lefty matchup. It'll be the DH, Rocky Olberbeck. He is homered and struck out. Let's see what happens here. 2-3-6. He is going to draw a leadoff walk. So that'll bring up Doug Rossello. He is 0 for 2 on the day. Let's see, 1-2-5. Struggler, no. He's not patient. So that is going to be a double play. Rossello will ground out to third, and they will go around the horn. 5-4-3. So now there's 2 out. Nobody on for the catcher, Solomon Horn. Let's see, 4-5-5. Flash, yes, so he will strike out. All right, so Van Gelder pitches around the leadoff walk. So no hits, no runs, nobody left on. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth with New England on top, still 5-0. Littleton will have their 5, 6, and 7 batters due up. Alex and Brogno will lead things off. He's 0 for 1 on the day. And he's now going to be 0 for 2 as he'll ground out to second to lead off the inning. And that'll bring up Pedro Gallardo. He struck out his first at bat. Let's see, 2-4-4, ace, no, champion, no. So he will strike out. He'll go down for the second time swinging. And then I'll bring up the shortstop, Mike Vesberg. He also struck out his first at bat. Let's see, and he's going to strike out for his second at bat as well. All right. So Fernando Mania just running wild here on the Hops. We're through 5, and it is New England 5, Littleton Hops nothing. All right. Let's see. Jose Luis Rodriguez Mena has joined us. Welcome aboard. It's Fernando Mania here. As it's been all New England, they've struck for 5 runs. They've already knocked out the starting pitcher for the Hops. And Fernando De La Rosa has just been cruising so far. And I think we're going to get our 3rd pitcher of the day, as Van Gelder will be out of stamina. Let's see. We'll bring in Nico Vale, another veteran reliever that Littleton has. There he is. All right, so he is a right-handed pitcher, semi-workman, flash, and control. He'll face the bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9. Kareem McCarthy leads things off. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Let's see, flash, that'll be a strikeout unless we got the symbol, unless there's a lenient home plate umpire, and Vince Terrazas is semi-lenient. The dot says yes, so instead of strike 3, it's actually going to be ball 4. Whoop. So a leadoff walk for McCarthy, and now that'll bring up Duncan Otto. All right, Torsha Peterson has joined us. Welcome aboard. Commenting about how laying out all the batters in a row is nice. Yes, I absolutely love this this mat. It's been wonderful. You can see in the descriptions of the show how you can get a mat yourself. A member of the Play Facebook community designed it. You can just download the file, then go over to Inked Gaming to get the mat. It's really fantastic. I was always someone that loved having the stack for all my batters, but since I've moved to this, I absolutely love it. It's been fantastic. So, yes, and it looks really nice on camera, I think, too. So, all right. So we will head to the top of the 6. Nico Vale has come on in relief, and he's going to face the 8, 9, and 1 batters. Duncan Otto will... Oh, no, sorry. I got off track there. Cream McCarthy led things off with a walk. So Duncan Otto now comes up with a runner on, nobody out. Let's see. Wild, no, not eager. So that's going to be ground out to second. So that's going to be another fielder's choice. We'll go 4-6 to get McCarthy, but they won't be able to turn the double play. So now one down, but our runner's still at first. Now Otto for Nakamura. He has singled and ground out. Let's see, 1-3-6. Ace, no. Is he a whiffer? Yes, he is. So Nakamura will strike out. And now there's 2 down. Runner still on first. Back to the top of the order. Manny Infante is looking for his first hit of the day. Let's see, and that is not going to do it. He is going to go down swinging to end the inning. And we will start the next one on the right now chart. But we're through 5.5, and it's 5-0 New England. All right, so we will roll on the right now chart. The pitcher, or the pitcher would be neutral. The batter would be cold because we're now in the 6th and he struck out. But I'm going to use my second card, my second strategy card, and I'll use the one-on-one pep talk to make a neutral player become hot for 1 at bat. So we'll have a hot pitcher against a cold batter. All right, so 2-6 is the roll, and it asks if it's a hot pitcher. Indeed, overpowers batter with his best pitch for a strikeout. All right, so 1 down, nobody on for Roger Fisher. Oh, I see another question from Jose Luis. He's saying, does this game have any kind of fatigue simulated for pitchers? Yes, it does. So pitchers have a quality called fresh. And how it works for starting pitchers, they are fresh for the first 3 innings, and then they're semi-fresh for the next 3 innings. And then if they have a shutout going at that point, they'll be semi-fresh until they get into the 9th inning. For relievers, they are fresh the first inning they come in, and then they're semi-fresh the 2nd inning, and then they would lose that if they stay in for a 3rd inning. And the freshness result, it might come, there are some results in the book that will ask if the pitcher is fresh. And so obviously it's beneficial if the pitcher is still fresh when that result comes up, and beneficial for the batting team if he's not at that point. So it's a easy system to keep track of, and I feel that it works pretty well. There are a couple of changes coming to that in the version 5.0 of History Maker Baseball that's due to come out in February. But it'll just be changes if you're playing from a historical era of baseball where starters tended to go longer. It'll just be a way so you can sort of fine-tune it, but it'll still use that same basic premise that a starting pitcher has so many innings where they're fully fresh, so many innings that they're semi-fresh. And then that can also be changed if they give up a 5th run, if they give up their 6th run, they completely lose their freshness regardless of how many innings they have pitched. So, all right. Again, thank you everyone who has joined us. We're in the bottom of the 6th. 1 down here. Fernando Mania is just absolutely running wild today. He's just given up 1 hit through 5 1/3 innings, and his offense has backed him up. They are on top 5-0. They knocked out the starting pitcher early for Littleton. So it's been all New England here. And we'll continue with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. The catcher, Roger Fisher, will come up, and he is the batter that has that 1 lone hit for Littleton. Let's see. Oh, and he's actually going to get the 2nd hit, and it's on that nubbed infield single result. So there we go. The rest of the team is 0 for, and Roger Fisher is 2 for 2. All right, so 1 on, 1 down. Back to the top of the lineup. Junior Ayala will lead things off. He is flown out and struck out. Let's see, is he a champion or patient? He is a champion. Oh, actually, Andy is patient, so he will draw a walk. Well, so here we go. So for the first time, a runner is in scoring position for Littleton. One down, but now two on for the second baseman, Mariano Hernandez. That's a 2-4-4 ace. No, he is not a champion. So it's going to be a ground out to short. So this will again be a fielder's choice. 6-4. So Fisher will hold up at third. Ayala will be forced at second. So now two down, but runners at the corners for the third baseman, Sean Scalzi. Scalzi has ground out and struck out. And let's see, Fernando De La Rosa can dig down and get through this. 1, 2, 5. Oh, he is not a struggler. The batter is not patient, but he is a whiffer. All right, so Scalzi will go down swinging, and they'll strand those two runners at the corners. So there we go. Fernando De La Rosa is through 6. He's given up 2 hits, 1 walk, and no runs. And we'll head to the 7th. It's been all New England. Minutemen are on top, 5-0. Question in the comments from M. Solak. His first walk, yes, that was his first walk, I believe. So, all right, we will have, let's see, I guess Littleton will leave Nico Valen for now. Let's see, we'll have the 2, 3, and 4 batters are going to be up for New England. So Ramon Cruz, he's 3 for 3, single, doubled, and singled. So his hot streak continues. And it's going to continue again as he is going to double to lead off the inning. All right, so right away we'll get a man in scoring position. And I think that will do it for Nico Vale. They'll try to keep this a 5-run game. So they'll bring in their last lefty reliever to face St. Clair. It's Richie Danielson. He normally has flash and control. Because he's coming in the middle of the inning and facing a left-handed batter, he will gain the ace quality for this one at bat. All right, so here we go, lefty on lefty. St. Clair is 2 for 3. He's got 2 doubles and a strikeout. 2, 3, 4. Are there runners on base? Yes, there is. So we'll go to the plate drama chart. All right, let's see what happens. 2-5. Is the catcher Gold? He is not. So he's going to lose a pitch in the dirt for a passed ball. So Cruz will go on to third on the passed ball. So now we've got a runner at third with nobody out. So that they'll bring the infield in. And we get a 4-4-5. The pitcher is not a workman. The batter is not patient, so he is going to ground out to first. And with the infield playing in, that will make Cruz hold at third. So now there's 1 down. 1 on for Rocky Oberbeck. He is 1 for 2. He's struck out, homered, and walked. So it's kind of been feast or famine for him. They'll keep the infield drawn in. 2, 3, 6. Oh, that's a double control check. So he'll walk. All right. So probably for the best for Littleton to know that they walked him. So now we'll have runners at the corners, and Doug Rossello will step up. He is 0 for 3. 4-5-5. It's a flash check, and he does. So Rossello is going to strike out for the second out of the inning. And now that'll bring up the catcher, Solomon Horn. So another lefty on lefty matchup. And that is a fresh check, which he just came in, so he is. So Horn will strike out. All right, so Richie Danielson pitches around danger. And now we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. So still 5-0. So there was a question before about pitcher stamina. And so here's a good example to show. So normally at this point, because the starting pitcher has gone 6 innings, he would be out of freshness, but he hasn't given up any runs, so he will still remain semi-fresh here in the 7th. And if he comes back out in the 8th, he'll be semi-fresh then. And then I'll show you what happens if he's still out in the 9th inning. But as soon as he gives up a run, then his freshness is over. All right, so Bud Law, the center fielder, will lead things off. He is 0 for 2 on the day. 2-2-4, pitching at home. He is not. The batter is a slugger. Oh, so that's going to be a leadoff double. All right, so runner in scoring position for Alex and Brogno. He is 0 for 2 on the day. 1-1-2 flash. All right. So De La Rosa has double flash. That means Brogno is going to strike out. And Pedro Gallardo will also strike out. All right, so now 2 down. Still a runner at second for Vesberg. And he is 0 for 2. He is struck out twice today. 4-4-5. Workman, no. He is not patient, so he is going to ground out to first. All right, so De La Rosa pitches around the leadoff double, and it's still a shutout going as we'll head to the 8th. And it is 5-0 New England. Oh, another comment from Jose Luis talking about the umpires. Yes, so another nice aspect of this game is that the umpires themselves have qualities. And so there will be some results that'll take you to the umpire charts. And they'll have qualities like being lenient or respected, strict, etc. And so the same as the results on the main chart, they will ask if an umpire has or doesn't have a quality. And it's nice because they don't come up that often, but they come up just often enough that makes you remember that the umpires are part of the game, and sometimes they'll blow a call. There was actually just a call in this game where it should have been strike 3, but it ended up being ball 4 because there's a lenient umpire behind the plate. So yes, the umpires are another fantastic part of this game. So, all right, so here we are on the top of the 8th, and I guess we'll have another reliever come in. We got 3 righties in a row. So Mickey Lyons will come in. This will be the 4th pitcher of the day for Littleton, trying to keep it a 5-run game. Kareem McCarthy will lead things off. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Let's see, struggler no, champion no. He will ground out to second. All right, so 1 down, nobody on for Duncan Otto. Otto was 1 for 3 on the day with a single. 156. Is he a whiffer? He's a semi-whiffer. Oh, so we're going to go to the outfield drama chart for the first time. Is the center fielder iron? Oh, he's semi-iron, and the dot says yes. So he lunges for a line drive and misses, so Otto is going to get a single. And we will go to the chemistry chart for the next at bat. All right, so batting team has harmony, the pitching team is neutral. Let's see, 1-5, pitching team harmony, no. So Nakamura is going to get a bloop single. Otto will hold up at second. All right, so that'll bring us back to the top of the order. Let's see, Manny Infante is 0 for 3. He has walked. So there's 1 out, 2 on. 2, 3, 6. He does not have double control, so that's going to be a walk, and that is going to load the bases. Oh boy, so Mickey Lyons comes on and was trying to just get the bottom of the order, but could not do that. So let's see. I guess they'll bring in Sid Romer. He's, if I can find him here, there he is. All right, so Sid Romer comes in. He's a right-handed pitcher, so he'll gain the ace quality for this one at bat. He's a workman, has double flash and control. So he'd love to get a ground out here to end the inning. And Cruz would like to keep his hot day going. He's 4 for 4 on the day. 2 singles and 2 doubles. Well, let's see what happens. And it's 4-4-5. Oh, and it's a workman check, and the pitcher is a workman. So that is going to be a bases clearing double for Cruz. Everyone is going to come around to score. Whew. Oh boy. All right. So, and it is now an 8-0 game all New England, and a lot of the Littleton fans, I think, will start standing up and heading to the parking lot, try to beat the traffic home. Now Mike St. Clair steps up. St. Clair is 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. Let's see, that's a fresh check, so St. Clair will pop out to second. And there's 2 down. And now Rocky Oberbeck, he is homered, struck out, and drawn 2 walks. Let's see, 1, 3, 4, gold catcher, no. So we're going to go to the outfield drama chart. That's a 5-6. Is the left fielder iron? No, he's not. So Oberbeck hits a opposite field fly, but the left fielder is able to track it down for the 3rd out, but not before the damage is done. A bases clearing double from Cruz makes this a 8-0 game. De La Rosa still cruising along here. Has only given up 3 hits, 1 walk. So he's still going strong here in the bottom of the 8th. He'll face the 8, 9, and 1 batters. All right, 156 is the batter a whiffer. He is not. So we'll go to the outfield drama chart. And we got a 3, 4. Is a left fielder iron? No, he's not. So that'll be a fly out to left. F7. And now that'll bring up the catcher, Roger Fisher. So Fisher is the one who's done the damage. He's got 2 of his team's 3 hits. They've been 2 singles though, with nobody in scoring position. Let's see, 2-2-4, pitching at home, no. Slugger, no. Well, so he's gonna get his 3rd hit of the day. How about that? So he will single, and we will go to the right now chart. So the pitcher would be cold because he just gave up a hit. The batter is neutral, but I'll use my my 3rd strategy card, and so I'll have a cold. I'll use this, and a cold batter becomes neutral, so it'll be neutral against neutral. 1-4 is asking if it's a cold batter. No, so we're gonna go to the outfield drama chart, and it's a 4-6. Is left fielder iron? No, he's not. So he's a running grab of a hooking line drive for a line out. All right, so Kareem McCarthy playing some good defense out there. And we're going to go to the chemistry chart for the next at bats. So now 2 outs, still a runner at first for Mariano Hernandez. 4-4 is pitching team dissonant? Absolutely not. So Hernandez is going to get a hold of one, and it'll be a deep fly to straightaway center field. But Cruz will catch it right at the warning track for the 3rd out. And De La Rosa has 8 innings of shutout ball now. Ooh, he is cruising along. This is probably his best start of the season so far. We'll head to the top of the 9th. It's all New England, 8-0. All right. So he's talking about, yes, in the little, yeah, somebody's saying in the Littleton campaign, number 9 would be getting the hot designation. So yes, if I was playing Littleton, the next game they would, he would be definitely the designated hot batter. All right, so we'll go to the top of the 9th. Doug Rossello will lead things off. He is 0 for 4. Let's see, 1-2-6. It's a fresh. Well, Romer is semi-fresh. The dot says no. Sadsack, no. So that'll be a leadoff single. And we will go to the right now chart. Let's see. So Horn struck out. So it'll be a cold batter against a cold pitcher. 1-2. Hot batter, no. So it'll be a ground out to short. Oh, and that's going to be a double play. So that'll be a 6-4-3 double play. And now Kareem McCarthy. He's 0 for 3 with a walk, but he's had a couple of good plays in the outfield. And this will be a fly out to center field. All right, so that will end the top of the 9th. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th, and hey, we're going to let De La Rosa see if he can finish this thing off. So I'll get to show you what happens when a pitcher is a starting pitcher is still in with a shutout going into the 9th. What you do, you roll a decider die. If it comes up a dot, he is still semi-fresh, and if not, he loses his freshness. So let's see. And, oh, we get a blank. All right, so he has no freshness left, but I'm still going to leave him in there, but I will get a, I'll get a couple of pitchers going in the bullpen just in case. But I'd really like to see De La Rosa get a complete game shutout. Let's see if he can do it. He's going to face the heart of the order, Sean Scalzi, Bud Law, and Alex Imbrogno. Scalzi is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. He leads things off. Oh, and it's a flash check. Awesome. All right. So Scalzi is going to go down swinging. Bud Law comes up. He will go down swinging. So here we go. 1 out away from a complete game shutout. Alex Imbrogno, the big slugging first baseman for Littleton. He is 0 for 3 on the day. He comes into the plate. And here we go. 2-5 struggler, no. Champion or patient, no. Oh, so it's going to be an infield drama check. And we get a 3-6 as a third baseman gold. He is semi-gold. The dot says yes. So Otto gets a crazy bouncing grounder, recovers nicely, and we'll grab it. He'll toss on to Rossello, and there we have it. Awesome. So Fernando Mania comes into Littleton, Colorado, and absolutely slams the door on the Hops. He pitches a 4-hit shutout to pick up his 6th win of the season. Here I'll zoom in on the score chart. So he will pick up the win, his 6th win of the season, and he is easily going to be our MVP of the game. Dennis Big Game Hunter picks up the loss. There was no save or hold opportunities. Let's go and get our final stats here. So Fernando De La Rosa, he went all 9 innings. He let's see, he only had that 1 walk and 4 hits and struck out 13. So he was definitely on fire today. He was El Fuego, and there we go. The offense definitely backed him up. Ramon Cruz went 5 for 5. Wow, how about that, with 3 doubles, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. So he was definitely the offensive MVP, and he will certainly be our designated hot batter for the next game. All right, so let's check out our stats for the season. So that is the 20th win for New England. They are now 20-7, and check out some stats here for the offense. If I can, there we go. So the homer by Oberbeck, that was his 10th. So he leads the team with 10 home runs. His average has now dipped below 300 for the first time in the season. He's batting .297. Ramon Cruz, on the other hand, has seen his average jump up, and out of the regular batters on the team, he leads the team with a .327 average. There's a couple players above them, but they're players that have had significantly fewer at-bats. And then on the pitching side, so the team leader is going to be Fernando De La Rosa. He's got 6 wins, no losses. The next 2 closest are Cooper Grant, who's 4-1, and Xavier Colomb, who's 4-2. And let's see, De La Rosa's ERA, it's now back in the 2s. It's a 2.61. He struck out 41 and only walked 15. Wow, he struck out more than hits. He's 41 Ks to 38 hits. So yeah, he is having just a fantastic season. As well, the Minutemen are also having a fantastic season. So, all right, well, that was a lot of fun, guys. Thank you for joining me on this Saturday. Hope everyone enjoys all the football action that's going on tonight, and hopefully everyone is safe and warm inside. And we'll wrap things up for now. The next show that I'll be doing, it will be let's see, who they're going to be playing Seattle, which I haven't shown a game against Seattle on the channel yet, but it'll be the first game of a 3-game series in Seattle. That'll be Fernando De La Rosa's next start. And he'll be going for his 7th win of the season and his 7th start. So this is pretty exciting. I'm glad this was a game that I got to air. And thank you to everyone who tuned in to watch. If this is your first time, welcome. I hope that you come back. If you subscribe to the channel, you'll get a notification when I go live or when I schedule a live show. And for everyone who has been here watching the season, thank you for tuning back in. So, all right, guys, that was a lot of fun. Thanks again. And until next time, get out there, have fun, play games, and I will see you after further review.